welcome. Today we're going to talk about Palo Santo. You might know it as Holywood, and it seems to be absolutely everywhere in wellness circles.
I'm willing to bet you've smelled its unique, kind of sweet, kind of woodsy scent before. Maybe in a yoga class, or you've seen those little plumes of smoke curling up in a video on your social media feed. But what is the real story behind this stuff?
So first, just the basics. What is it? Well, Palo Santo, or if you want to get scientific, Bursera graveolens, is a tree that's native to South America. And it's the wood and the oils from this tree that are so popular for their amazing smell. Now let's dig into what people claim it can actually do. And that brings us to our first big section, the promise. We're going to look at all the big claims about Palo Santo's benefits, and this is the important part. What does the actual science have to say about them? Okay, first up, pain management. For a long time, it's been used traditionally for things like arthritis and headaches. And the theory behind this, it's a compound in the oil called limonene that might be doing the heavy lifting. Right, and you're going to hear this a lot today. The science just isn't there yet to back this up. We still need a lot more serious research to know for sure if Palo Santo really is an effective treatment for pain. So for now, think of it as a traditional use, not a scientifically proven fact. Let's move on to the next claim, which is that it can repel mosquitoes. Historically, people have definitely used it to keep bugs away. And guess what? That same compound, limonene, is probably the reason why, since it's known to have some natural insecticide properties. And yep, you guessed it, the science just hasn't caught up. We need more studies to confirm if it's a genuinely safe and effective repellent. It's a really interesting folk remedy for sure, but maybe don't throw out your bug spray just yet. And now for the big one, the main reason most people are using it, relaxation. You know, it's traditionally burned during meditation to create a calm space. And look, there is some real science here. We do know that certain smells can trigger our body's relaxation response. But when we talk about Palo Santo specifically, the research is still playing catch-up. We don't fully get the mechanics of how it works. So yeah, while tons of people find it super relaxing, the scientific why is still a bit of a mystery. So now that we've covered the claims, let's talk about how to actually use it safely. Okay, so the claims are mostly unproven, but you're still curious. I get it. Let's talk about how to use it safely, whether you've got the oil or you're burning the sticks. And here's a quick note. Using the oil in a diffuser is a great alternative to burning because you get the scent without the smoke-related risks we're about to get into. First off, if you're using the essential oil, please never put it directly on your skin without testing it. A patch test is super simple and really important. Just mix a little bit with a carrier oil, like coconut oil, put a tiny dab on your inner elbow, and just wait. Do that for a couple of days, and if you don't see any redness or irritation, you're probably in the clear. Now, for burning the sticks, this is just basic fire safety 101. Keep it far away from anything that could catch fire, use a solid, sturdy surface, and always put it out completely before you leave the room or go to sleep. Keep it away from kids and pets, and make sure the room is well ventilated. And that last one, that's a really big deal. Which brings us to the next part. Let's talk about the potential risks. It's time to pull back the curtain on the hidden dangers lurking in that fragrant smoke. And here is the absolute key thing to understand. It's a huge contrast. On one hand, you have the lovely scent, which might help you relax. But on the other hand, you have the smoke itself. And some research suggests that breathing in incense smoke could be just as harmful as, or maybe even more harmful than, secondhand cigarette smoke. So what are you actually breathing in? Well, it's not just nice-smelling wood particles. When you burn incense, you're releasing chemicals into the air. We're talking carbon monoxide, formaldehyde, not great stuff. And the consequences of breathing that in are very real. It can irritate your nose, your throat, your lungs, and it can potentially lead to some serious respiratory problems. This is especially risky for kids, where it might even trigger asthma and allergies. So, beyond the personal health risks, there's another really important piece to this puzzle: ethical sourcing. Believe me, where you get your Palo Santo from really matters. Now, here's something critical that most people don't know. The name Palo Santo can actually refer to two totally different trees. The one we've been talking about, Bursera graveolens, is not endangered. But there's another tree, Gonopedrundrun sarmaeatoi, that's also sold as Palo Santo, and that one is a threatened species. It is so important to know which one you're buying. And even for the species that isn't endangered, its home is in deep trouble.
A truly staggering 95% of the tropical dry forests where this tree grows have already been lost to human activity. The pressure on this ecosystem is just immense.
So what can you do? Well, if you decide to buy it, do your homework on the company. Look for certifications like sustainable, fair trade, cruelty-free, or B Corp. These are all good signs that the company actually cares about its environmental and social responsibilities. So let's tie this all together. The main takeaway here is awareness. It's about understanding that the science behind the benefits is thin, that there are very real health risks from the smoke, and that your choice as a consumer has a real ethical and environmental impact. Which really brings us to the central question, doesn't it? After everything we've talked about, is using holy wood really a mindful practice, or is it a potential risk you might not have considered? And that, in turn, raises an even bigger question for all of us. What does it actually mean to consume wellness responsibly? It's definitely something to think about the next time you see a product that promises you instant peace and relaxation. Thanks so much for tuning in.